Hey you all, Carpetbagger here with Adam the Woo back in the distance, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Mount Airy, the picturesque, quaint little town of Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is most definitively the basis for the town of Mayberry on the Andy Griffith show. A very interesting town. Also, and what I personally find more interesting, nothing against Andy Griffith, but I am obsessed.
You got a problem with Andy?
Yes,
you got something against Andy?
I'm gonna fight Andy Griffith.
He's passed away.
Oh, too soon. Anyways, Chang and Ang Bunker, the Siamese twins, the original, the OG Siamese twins, are also from this area, and I have a little bit of an obsession with that. You know, Adam, there's 3 sets of Siamese twins buried in North Carolina.
I did not know that.
And I have been to every one of their graves.
But you don't like Andy Griffith?
I haven't been to his grave yet.
I think there's a weird story about Andy Griffith's grave. I don't think anyone actually knows where it is. Don't quote me on that, but there's a mystery behind the Griffith grave.
I think he's still alive.
Like Elvis.
Alright, I think I forgot to mention this in that rambling intro, but we are in the Mount Airy Regional Historical Museum. Alright, here we go with the good stuff. We got the taxidermy here. Got ourselves a turkey, a deer, a raccoon, and look at that happy little possum. Looks like he's smiling. Looks like the deer stepped on that squirrel and squished him. The Stonecutter Station. I guess this guy right here is working on some granite. And oh my god, he has no face. Some arrowheads down here. You know, when I was a kid, my grandpa used to take me out in the cornfields of Indiana. When they till up the dirt, it would bring some of the arrowheads to the top. Very hard to find, so he'd take me out there and we'd look for arrowheads. One time, I remember he reached down and picked up the perfect arrowhead and handed it to me. And later in my life, I was working at a local history museum, and they told me to go sort out the lockers, and I went back there and there was like 5 boxes, giant boxes full of arrowheads, and I thought to myself, well, maybe arrowheads aren't as rare as I thought they were. Does anyone else remember that computer game you used to play in school, the Oregon Trail? What was the disease that your kids always died from? Was it dysentery? Yeah, I think it was dysentery. So they just give you free tickets? We should take these to Chuck E. Cheese and turn them in for a bunch of prizes. What'd you do?
I hear it, but I don't see it.
Where's the train?
What just happened? That was anticlimactic.
There was no train. And then we got a church with 3 steeples. What's that guy doing right there on the billboard? Spark and Coal Circus. Interesting. And there's a little merry-go-round right there, or carousel. Spark Circus is actually the circus that executed Big Mary the Elephant. I've done a few videos on that. Search Carpetbagger, Mary the Elephant. Look at all the little cows.
And this is kind of interesting too. Pilot Mountain, which is displayed there in the painting along.
Never argue with a sign. The pig ringer? What do you do with that? Look at this classy Victorian living room, complete with a bird in a jar. Check out these really cool little opera glasses, and I guess this was back in the day when it was fashionable to wear dead animals around your neck. Alright, now here's my boys right here. Chang, there, and Ang, bunker. Of course, that's Chang on the right, Ang on the left. And they have some of their personal effects here. They have a chest, lantern, some kitchen items. There's a photo of Chang and Ang's wives, Adelaine and Sarah. There are two Irish sisters. Supposedly Adelaine and Chang fell in love first, and then he convinced his brother Ang to marry her sister, Sarah. Yeah, there's nice little artifacts like a rolling pin and a teapot here. If you go to the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia, they have their liver in a bucket. And of course, besides Chang and Ang bunker, the most famous resident of this area is Andy Griffith. And there is his ocarina. Apparently he played a sweet potato with holes in it. Whatever, Andy. Now, what have I told you people a million times? At every proper southern tourist attraction, there is a moonshine still, and here's theirs, right next to the dinosaur eggs. They're even playing the last one with Popcorn Sutton. It's this random dinosaur exhibit in this small town local museum. Now these are words to live your life by. Enjoy touching, but please don't climb. It's like some sort of hut. Churn some butter. Oh look! My little friend. Oh look, there's a baby. See, I guess this is just like a little room for kids to play in. They got the dead skunk they can roll around with. Look at this. This is like a premature baby incubator carrier. You can carry them around like a little dog kennel while they incubate. It looks, it's even got a little hamster feeder on it. All right, always fun to check out these small town museums. Good stuff.
We learned a lot today.
Learned a lot. Taxidermy, Chang and Ang bunker.
You dress up like a
Andy
turkey.
Griffith. I think I may have dressed up as a turkey.
Wait, that was in my blog.
Yeah,
It wasn't in yours.
I did not dress up like a turkey.
You did a good job on that. Cheers.
Appreciate you guys watching.